Diganto for um, for for introducing the conference and also me. Um, so as Diganto mentioned, we are in the sixth edition of this. Um, okay, something. Okay. Yeah, we are in the sixth edition of this StatFin, and this is my second time I am attending. I think I attended the very first one, if I remember correctly, in CMI Chennai. So let me extend my. I'm also putting up slides because all of us are doing this online, and and so that both audio, if audio fails, then video would be there. So kind of mix. So let me extend a personal welcome to all of you, personal warm welcome. In Delhi, of course, it's very, very hot at this time, but all of you are from different parts of the world, and I hope the weather is much better there. I also thank all the organizers for asking me to chair this first session. This, as Diganta mentioned, this is a session in honor of Professor Rajiv Lakshmi Karandikar, and as also he mentioned, he was my thesis advisor. So it's a personal honor for me to be saying or introducing. Uh, Hello. Okay. Am I audible? I think there is some disturbance in the middle. I request all of.
Yes, you are okay. I would just request all the attendees to mute themselves because otherwise there might be some auditory disturbance. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so the organizers also asked me to introduce, quote unquote, introduce Rajiv Da. Yeah, as Diganto mentioned, all of us call him Rajiv Da. Now I've seen Rajiv Da over now 30 years, and introducing him, I mean, he has several facets, and I would like to touch upon a few of those. Of course, I know him as an academician, as a probabilist and a statistician, but my first interaction with him was as a teacher, and he, in my opinion, and in many others' opinions, he has been an excellent administrator for academic places. Okay, and of course, at a personal level, he has been an advisor and a friend. I contact him whenever I mean, he always is free and open to discuss various different things with me. Right. So let me start at the beginning. He, of course, grew up in Indore, Madhya Pradesh, and he grew up in an academic family. Both his parents had doctorates. In fact, his father was a PhD in statistics and a teacher in statistics. He also eventually was the professor and head of the Department of Mathematics and Statistics in Indore. And his mother had a PhD in chemistry. So he grew up in a house, I guess, with a very academic kind of atmosphere. He did his early schooling there, and of course, his BSc was in statistics from the University of Indore in 1976. Towards the end of this period, I believe he attended this MTTS program. This MTTS program has been running for over 50 years in India, and I have heard several stories about that particular MTTS program from Rajiv Da himself. Briefly, I'm going to touch on two of them. One is that many of his co-attendees of that year they all remain friends to this day, first of all. And many of them went on to continue to work in mathematics and are leading mathematicians today. Also, his friends there were in a way instrumental that he wrote the ISI entrance exam. I have heard this story from him, and I'm sure many of others in the audience may have. So he actually came to Indian Statistical Institute in after his BSc, after the MTTS, and got his Master of Statistics in 1978 from ISI. He has always, I mean, I have had several conversations with him on various different subjects, and he has always been reverential to all his teachers. But I have mentioned three particular names here who I believe had quite an influence on him, not just on his research in terms of his topics, but have had an influence on him as a researcher, as a teacher, as how he interacts with students. Professor Nadkarni also, I think there is a connection, if I remember correctly, connection from Indore, and he was also instrumental in convincing him, or maybe convincing is not the correct word, but in his coming to ISI. He had a very soft spot for Professor Somesh Bagchi, and of course, Professor B.V. Rao had a very, very important role in his research, in his way of thinking in mathematics. So I think most of us would know here that he, after his MSTAT, he continued as a PhD student in ISI and worked with Professor B.V. Rao, who was the thesis advisor for him. He got his PhD degree in 1981, and that was to do with stochastic differential equations. In fact, throughout his 4 decades or more of his academic career, there is an underlying theme of stochastic calculus in most of his work, I should say, stochastic calculus. He continues to be interested in various aspects of that. He has had several co-authors on the subject. He has had several publications on that related to stochastic calculus. And very recently, Professor Karandikar and Professor B.V. Rao wrote this book, which sort of attempts to or does come up at this topic of stochastic calculus in a very fresh and very different direction than what has been in literature for over 3-4 decades now. After his PhD, he went to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and Professor Kalyanpur there was another person who has had an extremely major influence on his work on him. He visited Chapel Hill several times during that decade, and their collaborative efforts resulted in many publications. They embarked on a systematic study of finitely additive probability, and they were interested in problems of filtering theory, but they came up with this fresh approach. It was not an entirely new approach, but they did a very systematic study of this finitely additive probability and applied it. And apart from all the publications I mentioned in top journals in the area, this book is a complete, a complete record of all their work at that time. 1988, this was published. This was his first book with Professor Kalyanpur. He actually, apart from stochastic calculus and finitely additive probability, he has very varied research interests, and he has worked with several different people. So I have just listed a few of the topics, not all of them. I've just listed those so as to fit on one slide. So apart from the stochastic calculus, as I mentioned, he continues to work in that, semi-martingales, pathwise approximations, etc. And finitely additive theory. He also um, has done a lot of work in Markov processes, martingale problems, and in relation to, again, filtering theory, classical filtering theory. He has worked in limit theorems. He is interested in financial applications of stochastic processes, which is the theme of this conference also. He has played a major role. I would say he developed, uh, well, from my point of view, a very systematic way um, of predicting outcomes in elections, and he has been a very familiar face on television during elections in India for over 2 decades now. He has worked in cryptography, bioinformatics, and as I said, this is uh, just a snapshot of his varied interests. He received the Young INSA, Indian National Science Academy Young Scientist Medal in '85. The Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize, awarded by the Council, CSIR, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, the most prestigious award for a scientist in India. Later, he was the first recipient of the National Award in Statistics in honor of C.R. Rao, which is given by the government of India through its Ministry of Statistics. He has been elected fellow of the two science academies in India, Indian Academy of Science and the Indian National Science Academy. He won the PCM gold medal given by the Indian Science Congress Association. He started, of course, his academic career in ISI, and he was here for 22 years. And of course, all of us in ISI fondly remember him for everything that he did here. And of course, I personally benefited. He was my thesis advisor, as I said. But he briefly left academics in 2006 and joined a software company, Crane Software International Limited, which is, I think, a US-based company. He was executive vice president for 4 years and was based in Bangalore. But he came back to academics in 2010 and he joined the Chennai Mathematical Institute. And he became director, and he was director of CMI for 10 years. He continues to be at CMI as of now. In the middle of all this, he made several visits to different universities around the world, and at each place interacted with different academicians and collaborators. And many of them became his collaborators, academic collaborators. So UNC Chapel Hill, I mentioned, he made several trips there. University of California at Santa Barbara, Erasmus University, University of Twente in both of these in Netherlands, and I'm sure there are a few others. Apart from that, his expertise has been recognized by several institutions outside of academics. Recently, just a few years ago, the Supreme Court of India appointed him in a committee to look at frauds in online examinations. He was also part of a committee formed by the Election Commission of India to look at the EVM VVPAT verification issue. He has consulted with the Indian Navy and provided a block cipher to the defense. He has been consulted by CBI, the Central Bureau of Investigation, as a statistical expert in criminal cases. Food Corporation of India. I mean, some of the top institutions in India. Central Board of Secondary Education for Normalization, Gujarat State Power Board. Again, this is a snapshot. I have not listed all the things. And as I said earlier, he was from 1998, I think. He was a regular part of television, starting at a time when Doordarshan was well, not the only channel, but Doordarshan was the main channel. Then India Today, NDTV, and several others. So what's his connection with math finance? As I said, he had visited the University of California at Santa Barbara during 91-92, and there he met with Professor Rachev, who is our plenary speaker today. And during that visit, they started talking, and they had this joint work, a generalized binomial model and option pricing formulae, where I think they worked with stable processes. So he was always interested in math finance because of its connection with stochastic calculus. But after this, I think his interest remained, I should say. And in 2000, he wrote his second book that should have been R.L. Karandikar and G. Kalyanpur. It's a jointly authored book, Introduction to Option Pricing Theory. And recently, he had a couple of papers on fundamental theorems of asset pricing, on the first and second fundamental theorems of asset pricing. So he continues to be interested in questions related to math finance. And apart from all that, as Diganta said, he was he was a sort of a definite helping hand. I don't know, because I was not in CMI, but I'm sure, knowing him and knowing CMI, that he was definitely a helping hand, if not the driving force, along with the other members of the organizing committee in starting this StatFin, which has now become an annual issue. So I think this is my last slide. I already indicated Rajiv Das' connection with Rachev. In fact, he started his collaboration with Rachev and his growth into math finance thereby. Vidyadhar Kulkarni, Professor Vidyadhar Kulkarni is even now in University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and of course, during his many visits to Chapel Hill, both of them became friends. The friendship continues today, and later on, that friendship also developed into a collaborative work, and I think they have 3 joint articles which have been published. Professor Yusheng Lu, his RLK distance is 2, I believe. So he has not had direct communication or contact with Professor Rajiv Da, but they have a common co-author, Professor Debraj Ray. So Debraj was in ISI when Rajiv Da was here, and they had worked on some things about economics, Markov, limiting distributions, perturbed Markov chains, etc. Right. So the 3 speakers today, apart from the theme of the conference, also are connected to the special person, Professor Karandikar, who is in whose honor this session is being held. Yeah. So once again, it goes without saying that it has been honor to know Rajiv Da. I have. It's an understatement to say that I have benefited a lot from him, and I continue to get or trouble him from time to time with issues or help, and I believe I will continue to do so. So thank you all. So I will stop my small my introduction to Professor Karandikar. Karandika's academics and the way I see him. Thank you. Thank you. Diganto?
Yes, thank you, Abhayda. Very, very nice presentation to Rajiv Da. Even I have heard something which I didn't hear before. I didn't know before. Thank you again. So now I need to hand the session back to Abhayda again to chair the technical talk part of it. Introduce the first speaker. I think Professor Kulkarni will be starting the session.